And this is it, the start of the third-fourth playoff of the 1997 Sainsburys Classic. With me is Coach Billy Mims of the Greater London Leopards. Billy, tell me, what do you expect from this one?
At the end of the day, if Towers come out intense, I think we'll get a great performance from them. But it's very difficult to play these third and fourth place games and not a big crowd on hand. So very, very difficult to play this kind of game.
Robinson for three is good. Interestingly, Coach Kevin Cadle has decided to start 13, Martin Gottfried, and not start Carl Brown. What's your thinking there?
Well, I think Martin Gottfried is an excellent young playmaker, and I think they're just trying to look at another guard combination. Carl Brown did a great job yesterday, and he'll be back to do a lot more for them before the season's out. So I think it's just Cadle playing with his roster a little bit.
Gottfried with the rebound. Nearly a travel twice. Gottfried on the ball. He walked with it that time.
Yeah, that's another good point there, too. You see, he travels there and he gives it up under situation. But this is a great situation for the young kid to get some maturity and some confidence out there. So I kind of applaud Kev for starting him today. It is a third, fourth place game. Put the kid out there and let's get him some maturity and some confidence.
AEK Athens, who did quite a good job yesterday, didn't get there in the end against Maccabi. Up 4-3, that is nice. Jose Lasser, big three-pointer.
you're going to find Ike's guards, Lassa and number 7, Prelevich, I believe is how it's pronounced, Prelevich. Both of their guards are very fundamentally sound guards, and then they've got a lot of big guys inside. Victor Alexander's a huge body. Michael Anderson, who played college basketball in America at, I believe he played at Rhode Island, is another big 7-foot European player.
What a great tip by Hamilton there to Neville Austin, who unfortunately couldn't convert. And Hamilton has it back, doesn't get there. Who's coming up with the ball? Danny Lewis back to Hamilton for 2. Oh my goodness.
Don't count them before they fall in, Mike.
Listen, I'm sorry, Billy. James Hamilton is standing there under the basket. Nobody within how many yards of him? That's 2. Now, if he doesn't want to go get it, that's his problem.
Yeah, but I think when James Naismith invented the game, the ball's got to go through the rim before we count it.
And how about that miss on the dunk by Hamilton?
Again, I tell you, in the early stages here, we played a game last week in Sheffield, a 3rd or 4th place game. It was on Sky, and our guys came out in the first half. We scored 19 points. We were the ugliest we had ever played basketball, and then in the second half we decided we better play, and we went on a 28-0 run. So I think, again, Kevin's got to guard against his guys' complacency today. This game isn't really about 3rd or 4th place. This is another tough European opponent to help them get ready for their European Cup campaign. They've got to look at it like that today to get something out of it.
Neville Austin and Keith Robinson getting in the way of each other there, but the London Towers have the ball with Martin Gottfried. Puts it into the middle. Danny has it down low. Danny fades out and will get the drop for 2.
Nice shot there by Danny Lewis, and you know, a lot of people don't realize he's pretty athletic when he goes down in the post as well. You know, people see him outside handling the ball, shooting threes, but he's a strong athletic guard inside.
Ball is with Lassa, gets it down low to Alexander. Alexander gets the whistle as the double team comes. I think it'll be on Danny Lewis.
You know, Mike, I wasn't that impressed last night with Victor Alexander. I mean, as big as he is and the reputation he has out there, I expected to see a little bit more from him. I mean, he is definitely a wide body. I mean, he's like a lorry that's turned over on the M25. But at the end of the day, I expect to see him do a little bit more, and last night I was disappointed.
Danny Lewis for the long 2. James Hamilton had taken up a nice position, blocked out under the basket.
Danny took one step too many there, Mike. You know, when you're going to hit that shot, you're supposed to make sure your toes aren't on the line.
Yeah.
If he can hit that one, I know he can hit one 2 inches deeper.
Alexander on the ball down low, goes to work on Robinson. Beautiful play. That's nice.
Well, now you see, as soon as that's the old jinx. You talk about somebody making free throws, they miss. You talk about somebody not showing anything, and they show you something.
Gottfried looking to set something up. James Hamilton. Nice defense by Sainsbury on Hamilton. Sainsbury's got it to react. Oh, gorgeous play by Danny Lewis.
I think this is going to be a game for Danny, you know, to try to get himself a good feel for his teammates, get himself involved, and then realize when he can get himself involved with all this talent around him.
Here comes AEK again. Oh, good idea, didn't quite come off. Tried to move the defense over and go for the wraparound pass. Wasn't there. Neville Austin for 2, doesn't get there. Foul has been called on Sainsbury. Got us a 2-point ball game, 9 points to 7. London Towers with the lead. London Towers in their semi-final yesterday got off to a very, very good start, and then it all kind of went wrong. What do you think happened there?
Well, I think, again, they came out with an awful lot of athleticism, intensity, aggressive defense, and it took a little while for Belgrade, yesterday, Red Star Belgrade. It took just a little bit of time for them to decipher Kevin's pressure. And once they did, I think that they sort of took a bit of the wind out of the sails, so to speak, of the London Towers.
Neville Austin makes them both. 11 points to 7. AEK, Athens on the ball. Foul is called on Martin Gottfried.
Ike just made a nice substitution as well, Mike, while we were watching Neville Austin shoot those free throws. They brought in Mikkel Larson. Yesterday, I thought he did a really nice job for them as well. Another one of their big players inside. He just substituted in for Michael Anderson, and you won't see them lose an awful lot there. They still have size. He's a bit of an athletic post player, and he gave them some good offense yesterday.
Yep. Off the foot, it'll be a new 30. 14 minutes, 48 left to play in the first half. Remember, we're playing 2 halves of 20 minutes each.
One thing it'll be interesting to look out for today, as we see him miss the 3-point shot there. One thing I'm really looking forward to seeing is will AEK today, will they go with the all the beef lineup? Will they have Victor Alexander and Ramon Rivas on the court at the same time? If they do, we might have to repair some holes in the floor.
Godfrey doing a not so bad job so far bringing the ball up.
He's a nice ball handler, Mike. I really like this young kid, and I think he's got a great future in British basketball ahead. And you never know, he's the kind of kid that in time might make a trade on the continent because he has excellent point guard skills, and he's just going to get better every time he takes the court.
Sainsbury has it, goes cross-court to Lasser. Lasser tries to feed it down low, doesn't get there. It's Godfrey, it's a 4-on-3 break. He goes right to Danny Lewis. Oh, somebody take the charge, please. Dear me. Let's all get out of the way and let Danny go to the basket.
And there's Neville Austin doing what he does best, following up a missed shot. Yesterday, I don't think the London Towers threw the ball to Neville Austin 5 times in the entire ball game. You know, they don't pass the ball to him. He gets his points usually off of second shots, offensive rebounds, and that's what he does best for this team.
Lasser. Oh, great pass into the post! And one! What did you say earlier, Billy? Billy, help me here. What did you say earlier?
Show me something, big fella. Has anybody got a microphone down there, you know, a headpiece in his ear, you know? I think his earphone just said, hey, that coach up there from Leopard said I can't go.
Krelovic with a gorgeous bounce pass. You know, playing great post play, it is so important that you get the ball at the right times.
Absolute timing and spacing are 2 things that we stress offensively. And that's what makes teams really look like they got a good offense. Timing and spacing on the floor.
It's a 3-point game, 13 points to 10. London Towers with the lead. Let's see who the foul is on. Looks like it's on Depesh.
Illegal screen there. I think what happened was James Hamilton came a bit quick. Before Paul Depesh got there to set the screen, Hamilton was a little bit eager, hungry. His mouth was watering. He wanted the basketball.
Here comes AEK Athens again on the ball with Lasser, who gives it up, and Sainsbury has it. Krelovic doesn't get there. Offensive board, brings it back to the top. Sainsbury for 3. Doesn't get there. Rebound Hamilton. Let me ask you this. How important is it for London Towers to win this game? Depesh has it. Throws up an air ball. And a great save. I'll ask you the question again in a second, and now they turn it over. With a little help from Will Jones.
Good call there, Roger Harrison. In response to your question there, Mike, I think it's very important that they win. This is not, as we said, about a 3rd or 4th place game. They went and they had a great preseason tour of some ball games in Italy. They had a tour there. They had some other games on the continent. They've had a heavy schedule of games, but it's all in preparation for the European Cup campaign. That's very important to this organization, very important to Kevin Cagle.
What another great pass to the post there by Krelovic.
Well, there's a problem you see right there, Mike, is that last night, where was the Towers defense weak? In the paint. Every time Red Star Belgrade went to the basket, they got easy points or free throws. And again, when Ike today has attacked the Towers' interior defense, they've come away with easy scores and free throws.
Lasser gets it back to Krelovic. And he takes a long way home, gets there, gets bumped. Woo! Gets bumped, that'll be on Hamilton. Nearly made that a big 3-point play. Will go to the line for 2.
And once again, you know, there's that broken Billy Mims record. Attack the basket. It seems all weekend people that have attacked the basket. London Towers right now seem to be a step slow on the defense on the interior. just a step slow. They're giving the opponent that one-step advantage, and if you can get by your man that one step, then the only way to stop you is to foul you, and that's what's happened a few times.
Coach Kevin Cadle has on court now 4 of his starting 5, the odd man out being Mr. Depish. Carl Brown is in for the first time in this game, and Danny Lewis is back.
You've got a lot of firepower on the court for the London Towers right now. You've got Carl Brown, Danny Lewis, Paul Depish, and Keith Robinson. You've got 4 guys out there that are all capable of making three-point shots. So no question that Kevin Cadle's got an awful lot of firepower on this basketball team.
Depish has it. Foul, I think, is going to be called on Mikael Larsson.
Caught him with a little bit of an elbow there. Will showing it there. You know, Will almost looks like he's auditioning for a commercial there. He's getting really into the elbow there, but does a great job. Good call.
Danny Lewis on the ball for the London Towers. Carl Brown makes a move to get the ball, then runs into his defender trying to...
I think that sort of looks like the Tyson's, what was it, Mike
Holyfield.
Tyson, Holyfield. Terrence Stansbury, Carl Brown, round 2.
And AEK come up with the board, and that's a nice drive, doesn't get the points. Who picks it up in the paint and puts it back for 2?
Stansbury did a nice job defensively last night, Mike, and you see some good transition. Stansbury drives, misses the shot, but Victor Alexander follows it in. I was a bit disappointed as well last night in Stansbury. I thought he could have been a bit more offensive. He was in foul trouble defensively and spent a lot of time on the bench.
Let me tell you this, Coach. We've got just under 11 minutes left to play in the first half. Leading all scorers with 11 is Victor Alexander.
Mike, is there some reason you made that point there?
No, absolutely no reason whatsoever, Coach.
Is there anybody else you want me to fire up out there? Here's Marco Baldi. Let me say something negative about him. We'll get him going for Kev. Now, the big Italian guy, I think, stepped in last night, and you know, again, he caught himself in some adjustment and caught himself in a couple of foul situations. But again, people ask me, what did I think of him? I think he's going to bring a lot to the table for the Towers in both the European campaign and in the Budweiser League as well.
Second one-way shot for Carl Brown. Now, this rotation that Kevin Cadle's got on the floor at the moment, nice move, doesn't come up with any points, but they get the offensive board. Carl Brown with the foul. This kind of got in the way. This group he has on court here is one of the 5 that will be on court in the European games.
That's correct, and the only problem that this 5 has is that all of the offense from this 5 is a perimeter-oriented offense. They're not going to see, Neville Austin's not going to get a lot of plays run for him, neither is Marco Baldi. So they're gonna get their points, as we said earlier, from second shots. So the only problem with this lineup is there's no real strong inside offensive game. This is a perimeter-oriented attack that he has on the floor right now.
What do you make of the inside game? Something away from the ball? What do you make of the London Towers inside game? Is it good enough to compete in Europe?
Well, it's certainly big enough, and it's hard to say if it's good enough because, again, sometimes they've got such great guards in players like Danny Lewis and like Carl Brown, and Keith Robinson likes to shoot the perimeter shot as well. James Hamilton is an athlete who likes to play the wing and shoot the perimeter. Depish is a shooter. They've got such an outstanding perimeter game, you don't really get to see the Neville Austins and the Marco Baldis perform that much inside.
Up for 3, doesn't get there. Another offensive board. Good strip by Neville Austin. But I tell you what, Danny Lewis was cleared out by the defender there. Woo! Another big offensive board by Victor Alexander. Stansbury for 2, doesn't get there. Rebound, Danny Lewis. London Towers trail this one by 2, and Danny got into all kinds of trouble there.
Turnovers were a problem last night.
Stansbury's good for 2.
Last night we talked about post-game London Towers turnovers. Although they didn't have a lot of them last night, here's Danny Lewis penetrating a little bit too deep, out of control, loses the ball, and it results Terrence Stansbury, easy 2-point transition. Again, 2 points off the Towers turnover.
Depish from way out, doesn't get there. AEK come up with the ball. And here they come again, Lassa.
great perimeter shooters need legs to be able to shoot the three. Paul got a lot of time last night and took a lot of shots and played very well, but if he's a little bit tired tonight, he may struggle from that three-point range on back-to-back days.
Kakiusis doesn't get there, in and out. Rebound, Austin. Carl Brown pushes for the Towers. Goes right to Danny Lewis. Depesh spots up left. They get it down low. Carl Brown, good defense by the big man, Alexander. Short, will go to the line for three.
Little disappointment there from Jose Lassa. I don't know if we're going to get a replay on the play or not. It was a good kick, and good. Here we get a good look at it. I'm not quite sure. I don't see much of a foul there. I think it's going to be in European competition, that won't be called very often. I think the shooters have got to be able to shoot through a little bit more contact than that. So it's a bit of a quick whistle there by the official, but at the end of the day, I always believe that shooters should be protected by the referee, so I'd rather see it quick than not at all.
Danny Lewis, 7 points personal. Make that 8. One more to come from the line. Remember, if you're fouled from outside the three-point line, then you get 3 shots as opposed to 2.
Ike still lead this game right now, 18-16. And, you know, it's funny how quietly these European teams do their work.
Oh, Danny got bumped there. Should have been an and one.
Well, that was the one that he definitely, they let that foul go because they just gave him one to play before. Great penetration, great body control. And that's one of the things that Danny does so well with his athleticism.
And now we're tied at 18 with 8 minutes 39 left to play in the first half. Up for 3. Doesn't get there. Another offensive board. Mikael Larsson that time. Yellow ball's the call, Danny. You know it is.
One of the things you see last night, I'll just make a point, in the first few minutes of that London Towers game last night against Red Star Belgrade, after 10 minutes of play had expired, we went to a TV timeout. London Towers had put 27 points on the board. Today, in the first 9.5 minutes, they've only scored 18. So there's definitely a bit of a European flair to today's game.
Kakiusis gets the 2 points.
The style of the game today certainly reflects AEK more so than what London Towers may want to do.
Depesh has the ball. They're looking to get it down low to Marco Baldi. Finally gets one on the post and has nowhere to go. Depesh for 3 is good.
See, as soon as I talk about tired legs, I fired him on, he hit one. Something that Marco Baldi's done quite well. Every time he's got the ball on the post, he hasn't looked to shoot it, but he's found open shooters on the perimeter, i.e. Danny Lewis, and that time Paul Depesh.
Sainsburys as Danny Lewis took a turn at some Oscars. Carl Brown pushes, Depesh spots up again. Carl Brown doesn't use him, doesn't get there. Not an awful lot of London Towers crashing the boards.
Well, I think there was a bit of a quick shot by Carl. I mean, when you 1-on-4, there were an awful lot of yellow jerseys. Carl had a better decision would have been to take the ball to the basket or just pull it back out and wait on some help.
Foul is called on Danny Lewis. Danny thought he had the strip. He didn't. Picks up foul number 2. Martin Gottfried coming back along with James Hamilton, Depesh and Carl Brown going out.
So far in the first half of this game, Mike, the London Towers have not been able to spread the offense around that much. We've got Danny Lewis on 10 points, and around him we've got Neville Austin on 4, Depesh 3, Robinson 3, Carl Brown on 1. There hasn't been an awful lot. James Hamilton, who was one of the most offensive players in the game last night for him, has yet to score a field goal. So it's going to be interesting to see the chemistry develop with this Towers team. They got so many scores. Probably the only thing Kevin Cato lacks is more basketballs.
Baldi pulls down the defensive board, and Danny Lewis has the ball. Robinson spots up left, then goes down to the post. Baldi has it. Lewis. Now Hamilton spots up left. Works inside, and that's going to be a steal. And a great outlet pass. Sainsburys for 2.
He's not going to have any trouble making that one. His jump shot this weekend hasn't been that on, but he's enough of an athlete in this situation. He's going to get the score. You can see it in his eyes. Breakaway, dipsy-do, dunkaroo for 2.
Robinson for 2 is good at the other end.
Mike, interestingly enough, the last 5 times Marco Baldi has touched the ball in the paint, he's kicked them all out. He hasn't looked to make a shot yet. So, again, I don't know how offensive he is with his back to the basket. That's something he's still got to show us.
AEK Athens doing a good job on the turnovers. They have 9 points from 6 London Towers turnovers. 6 turnovers this early in the game cannot be good. Nice drive there by Lasser. Gets a whistle. Will, I think, go to the line. London Towers definitely, last night, I'm told they had no turnovers in the first half. When they did come out with a real aggressive attitude, they've already picked up 6 in this.
Well, I think part of the problem last night was that in the first half, the whole first half seemed to be about London Towers' aggressive pressure defense, creating turnovers by Red Star Belgrade. In the second half, Red Star Belgrade had stepped up their pressure, creating London Towers 12 second half turnovers, and that was the difference in the basketball game.
1-point game with 6 minutes left to play in the first. We haven't had a timeout in this game as yet. Danny Lewis is way short, but Baldi picks it up. Puts it away from 2.
Nice offensive rebound by Marco there, and that time he had no doubt. He went straight back to the basket.
Caldebella on the ball, gets it back. Lasser, they're moving the ball well this time and fail to get the bucket. Who's going to get possession there? Possession to AEK Athens.
Iker running a really nice motion basketball offense. There's a lot of pass and cut, pass and pick away, a lot of screens across the baseline and shuffle cuts through. It's really a good motion offense. The ball moves well, but so are the players.
Anderson posting up down low. Larson gets it out. Caldebella hasn't got there. Big rebound by Robinson. And now Gottfried. Ooh, the fast break was on for Martin Gottfried there. Lost the dribble. Danny Lewis has the ball.
Coach Cato giving a bit of instruction there to James Hamilton. I guess he wasn't sure what he was supposed to do with that offense.
That's a black ball.
Appeared like Coach Cato wanted James Hamilton to clear out and give Keith Robinson a little bit more room. But James, again, a new addition to the side, was just a little bit confused there.
AEK Athens called the first timeout of the ball game. 4 minutes, 42 seconds left to play in the first half. Let's go down here what Kevin Cadle has to say to his guys as they lead by 1.
Hey, we get the ball. Let's. Danny, bring the ball in bounds. Hey, you and Marcos, so y'all Keith, you and Marcos, so you at the free throw line, Marcos, you going up the screen. Yeah, you go up the screen and make some screen and come back. As soon as you make the contact, come back. So you bring it, Danny, you got to read, all right? James, you work let's work you in the corner spot. Let's work you in the corner. And you got the safety valve. You just read them on the out of bounds. All you got to do is read them on out. Yeah, up screen.
Oh, right now.
Yeah, you just read them on the out of bounds. All right? Yo, hey, check this out. Check this out. Next time we get it, we want to pick and pop. I want you on the same side, James. As soon as we run the pick and pop, we kick it to Keith. I want you to come hard, ball side for a post up. All right? Let's go, man. Let's go, back. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, high level.
That's Coach Kevin Cadle talking to his guys, and this shooting stand at the moment. 3-pointers, not particularly good for Athens. 2-pointers, 44% for London Towers, not a lot more for Athens. Last night as a team, they shot only 45%. They got to get that up a little, haven't they?
They do, and I tell you, it's last night, at least one good statistic. London Towers have shot 71% at the free throw line tonight. Last night, they were down below 60%, and I think that hurt them in their effort last night to win.
Nice screen by Robinson. Danny Lewis throws it up, doesn't get there. Rebound, Larson. Caldebella feeds the big man down low, back into the ball game. Victor Alexander. Whoa, got kind of hit.
Big Victor throwing his weight around down here. Watch him now. He says, okay, boom, I'm going to throw that. Boom, I'm going to throw it again. I don't know if he didn't walk in there at some point as well.
Well, I thought, funnily enough, that Marco actually stepped into him.
Here we get another replay. Watch this shuffle and carry the ball there a little bit.
That's the
shuffle,
one there.
Shuffle there, take another step. That was one heck of a move there. If he were a country and western singer, I think he was line dancing down there. I don't know what's going on, but that looked like a new line dance to me.
Victor Alexander gets one. We're again tied, this time at 25.
I'm still disappointed that we don't have the two-man mountain tag team out there, Ramon Rivas, Victor Alexander. You know, I'm looking for like 40 stone of Ike on the court.
The referee shouting at the players down low. Robinson and Larson. Robinson gets it off. Robinson felt he was hit. We got a 3-on-2 break. Nice wraparound. Larson, I think he walked with it, yeah. Into the ball game. Berkovic wearing 4 for the London Towers. Yeah, just kind of stuttered on the floor.
Tamir Berkovic is another one of the London Towers' young prospects for the future. He came over about the middle of last season and did a great job stepping in for these guys in some critical situations.
Robinson in and out again.
There was that line dance again. Victor's got this thing down because he never gets a whistle on it.
Great feed. Oh, what a fantastic pass. You know, that's about at least 3 that I know about. Great passes by Prenovic.
No question. I mean, I think he's got great court vision. He's one of these guys that seems to see around him very, very well. That right there by Marco Baldi, for the English fans watching the game, that is a European foul. When you get fouled in Europe, you know it, and you don't get the shot off.
Mikael Larson misses the first.
See, that turns out to be a pretty good foul. See, missed both shots. Great defensive foul there by Marco Baldi.
And he gets a defensive board to help his stats as well. 3 minutes, 17 seconds left to play in the first half. Oh, boy. Berkovic for 3 is good. In fact, they call that for 2.
There's the youngster there. He steps up, makes a nice shot. He was overplaying basketball in the United States, and something didn't work out just right for him, so he came back mid-season. Excellent pickup by Kevin Cato.
Alexander off. Oh, my goodness, that was nice. Victor Alexander. What I like about Alexander is what I liked with Maccabi last night.
I know what you like about Alexander. I said he was stiff last night, and he's got 14 first-half points.
What I like about him, and he's showing it us here, is different things on the post. Different things on the post.
You're right.
The defender doesn't know what's going to happen when he gets the ball.
Well, today I think he just seems to be a lot more active out there, but you do remember yesterday those same moves he's making today, he had to make against Rashard Griffith, who is a man mountain, and against Konstantin Titipopa.
Team foul situation. London Towers have 12. Athens just the 4.
I've got to wonder here, are these English referees? Are we not playing in England? How can London have 12 fouls and Athens 4 in Wembley with 2 English referees?
Carl Brown throws it away.
I bet you if we were playing this game in Athens, in the Olympic Stadium, that stat would probably still be the same.
It would, because these officials are so good.
I tell you one thing people have said. You know, when you go to Europe, and I've traveled, last year we played some games in Portugal, and we've played some other games on the continent in my 4 years here. When you go, you almost always get a home job by the officials. But everybody says, in defense of British officiating, that when you come here, you get quality officials and a fairly officiated game.
2 minutes.
Certainly no home cooking when you come to England.
2 minutes 15 left to play. 28 points at 27. AEK Athens lead it by 1.
And look who's on the court.
Rivas, and the foul there is called on Cole LaBella.
Mike, I just sort of felt all of Wembley Arena sort of tilt to one side. It's because Victor Alexander and Ramon Rivas are on the court together. That's got to be about 40 stone of basketball player. 20 from each.
Add to that the London Towers big men. Robinson. Ooh. That was a nice move by Robinson. Turned his man inside out.
There's a good look at Ramon Rivas. He played last season for Barcelona. Got them to the EuroLeague final. did an excellent job. As I said, he's also played university basketball in the States. Was an excellent Big East player back in his college basketball days. Was looked at by plenty of NBA sides as well.
Now let me ask you a question here. Why is that not a shooting foul? Because it's 17 fouls needed, you see?
That's correct.
Yeah, they've got only 6.
This is the 20-minute European rule as compared to the 10-minute quarters and 5-foul Budweiser League rule.
Yeah. Hamilton pulls up, doesn't get there. AK come up with the ball.
James Hamilton has yet to find the range. He has not scored a point so far in this first half.
AK doing a tremendous job. Hatsis on the ball, goes cross-court to Rivas. Rivas gives it up.
Nice defensive steal there. Really read the play well, James Hamilton.
Berkovic with a nice little shake and bake. Gets the ball on the post to Neville Austin. Hamilton.
London Towers post players, again, when they get the ball inside, seem more intent on kicking it out to the perimeter offense.
That's way off. But they seem to me to be posting up rather high, which I don't understand.
Well, a lot of that probably has to do with Victor Alexander and Ramon Rivas pushing
working them out.
That's it's hard to push those guys around. If they want you somewhere, they'll get you there.
Coldebella on the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Up 4. I think he got a piece of that. I think James Hamilton got a block there.
I think so. He's such an athletic player, offensively and defensively.
Carl Brown feeds it down low. Now let's see Robinson go to work. Robinson, oh, that's nice.
Big time pass by Keith Robinson there. Really excellent veteran leadership. And he shows you there, hey, I can play this basketball game.
Robinson has it. Now the internal pass. Neville in there quite a while, but I don't think we'll fuss about that.
Going to be interesting to see what Kevin does in this timeout.
Now, yeah, we're gonna pressure up one. We try to 22. So you're pushing down the side. So if you, if you opposite of the ball, you back deep. All right, you opposite the ball, you back deep. All right, so you got ball side long. Now, once if they break it, all right, they get into their set. Once you see the guard start dribbling one way, you got to turn him because their whole offense goes with the flow of the point guard. All right, yeah.
He's dribbling to the side, so I'm just sending him down the side.
No, you want to turn him back. You want to turn him back because the whole flow of the offense goes with the dribble of the point guard. So you want to send him back the other way, pressure that, take that away. All right, we want to D up. Everybody, everybody goes to the board. All right, come on, baby, let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, high level. Let's go, man. Let's go. Put that pressure.
That's interesting from Kevin Cadle that time, suggesting that the ball goes with the weight of the point guard. So if the point guard is moving to the right, then all the offensive set happens on the right, and that if you turn him around, then he has nothing on. It'd be good to see if we get to look at that.
The interesting thing was the last timeout Kevin Cadle took was an offensive timeout. He talked an awful lot about the pick and pop, the kick to Keith, posting up low. This timeout was a defensive timeout.
Backcourt violation.
This timeout was a defensive timeout. You see what they came back, Mike? With the patented Kevin Cadle 2-2-1 3/4 court press.
And they should have had a backcourt violation there. They didn't get it. Foul is on Robinson, I think.
A lot of good pressure there from Keith Robinson. I think one of the things that is sometimes difficult for London Towers to adjust to is between the Budweiser League and the European games that they play. In the Budweiser League, they are so big, so strong, so physical, and so aggressive. Some teams tend to back down to the mic.
Just 4 seconds left. Alexander goes to the left-hander, puts it back up, doesn't get there. Too late. Had he got that shot off without the double pump, it may well have counted had it gone in. But we're at the end of the first half of this third-fourth playoff in the Sainsbury Classic for 1997. London Towers, like in their semi-final, lead it by 1. second half, and we are off. Yep, I think there was a backcourt violation there.
I believe he called him out of bounds. I think Martin Gottfried stepped on the line as he was trying to save that tap. It came over, and Will Jones right on top of the play, and it's Ike's basketball.
AEK have the ball with Jose Lasser. Sainsbury got into trouble, managed to get it to Lasser. Great feed down low. Goes to work. What a gorgeous play by Michael Anderson. Had to work for those two.
Well, he did that an awful lot in college at Rhode Island. Like I said, he got some pretty good tutelage there in a really good American college basketball conference.
That'll be a jump ball. I think it'll be Hamilton versus Sainsbury.
The other thing about Michael Anderson for Athens, he's not counted as a foreign player. He's one of the Bosman players because Michael Anderson has a European passport. So because of his European birthrights, again, another impact of the Bosman ruling, Michael Anderson now applying his basketball trade in Athens, Greece.
And here comes AEK again. Great ball movement. Clean block, though, by, I think it was Martin Gottfried who got the block.
I don't know how bad Sainsbury's knee is, but he certainly struggled at times this weekend offensively.
Robinson gets it back to Hamilton, who feeds Danny Lewis down low. The double comes, then goes. And now Gottfried. Could have been an offensive foul there by Gottfried. Looked out of control. No problem that time.
Once again.
My knees are okay, coach.
I swear we got a mic down there somewhere. These guys hear me. Look at him. He just breaks away and says, Coach, I got no problem with the knees or the ankle. I guess the only problem he has is when he's in traffic.
Yeah. 29 points to 32. Broken up again by AEK Athens, and they break out. Go right this time. And they lose it, then get it back, then jump ball.
That's got to be disappointing for Kevin there. It was a loose ball on the floor, and it really looked like no intensity out of the towers. Great hands by James Hamilton. And then watch, you see everybody reaching for the ball, reaching. Finally, Neville just wrestles his way to the floor to tie it up. But when the ball's loose like that, that's a loose ball that belongs to anybody. Got to get on the floor.
Here's Kevin.
On the D, we pressure up. Make sure we working them up top. All right? Yeah, offensively, if we throw in, let's get the splits.
Hold for another second on that play, Martin.
All right, let's get the splits. Now, if you got to hold it, let's move the ball and reverse it, work both sides of the floor. Let's look at it on the other side. All right? The one thing we really haven't run today, we haven't run any pick and rolls. So all the time we spent on pick and roll today, let's look at some of that. We haven't run any pick and rolls. Okay? We're all right. Come on, let's get this, Jim. Get the ball back. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. High level. Let's go, man.
Looking to run some things, try out some things, get ready for the European games, get ready for the Budweiser League, which is just 1 week away. Less than that now in actual fact.
Well, the only thing, as Kevin said there, he said the only thing we haven't run is pick and rolls. And so certainly he's definitely using this game as a practice game and preparation to try and get all the kinks out, so to speak, before he goes into European play. But at the same time, I think the one thing that they've really lacked today has been intensity. They remind me an awful lot of my group of fellows last week up at Sheffield. They just don't look like they really want to play the game. They're just going through the motions.
Jump's going to be Anderson. Great feed. Oh, he was fouled there. My goodness, what a fantastic pass again. Prelovic, I think it was again, with the great pass to the post.
Good court vision again, you see here. Nice, but just great execution. See the post up there? Does a real good job of holding Neville off and getting good position down low.
Sainsbury goes cross court to Victor Alexander. Lasser has the ball. Prelovic drives, gets a whistle. I think that's going to be on, was it Hamilton? I think it may have been on Hamilton, this one.
I believe they get Gottfried for the reach, right? Yeah, you see Martin comes over and sticks his shoulder in on the play, and I think Will Jones thought that was a little bit too much like an American football block and tackle. So he gets Martin for sticking the shoulder in on the drive. Third personal foul on Martin Gottfried, Mike, and last night, if you remember, I think he was one of the London Towers players that got into a bit of foul trouble last night. I think Kevin's trying to see if, Martin can keep the intensity out there, but maybe not get caught for some of the silly fouls.
Prelovic has 4 points personal, all coming from the free throw line. And they've built up a 5-point lead, 29-34. Let's see if we get a screen roll now. Robinson's there. Kind of a screen roll across the top. Danny for threes, long. Rebound, Victor Alexander. Nice no-look pass. 2 points there. Yeah, that's just good basketball.
Nice transition there, and so far we're looking at an 8-0 run. As you see the transition, the pull-up, perfect basketball, very bad.
Oh, I'd like to see that one again, Mr. Harrison.
Well, as I was just about to say there, so far London Towers' defensive intensity, you know, has just not been there to start this second half. There's the turn by Neville Austin. Sainsbury ties him up a little bit. Could have been a jump ball, could have been a foul.
He started off on the ball, but then moved down onto the arm.
Yeah, and Roger's a lot closer than I am, so I'll give the benefit of the doubt to Roger on that one. But as I was saying, we've started this second half on an 8-0 run by Ike. AEK have started out. They've come right out of the blocks from halftime. We've played 2.5 minutes, and it's 8-0 Athens at this point.
Neville misses them both, and another offensive defensive board for Victor Alexander. Watch out! Nice offensive set again. Get the ball up, keep the ball moving, get the man going to the hole, get him at the right time with the ball, and you get the 2 points.
Well, we're talking a 10-0 run now by Ike, and if it keeps up, if Towers can't get an offensive bucket or two here in the next couple of minutes, Kevin is going to have to call a timeout.
And they miss again and give up another board. And here they come again. Nice pass, no look for three this time. Make that a 13-point run coming on the back of that last timeout.
13-point run, and watch this transition. Great kick, spot up, and I tell you, Mr. Prelovich has really shot the ball well today.
16:47 left to play in the ball game. Second half, 0-13 lead for AEK Athens. Danny Lewis drives, gives it up to Robinson, who gets hit by just about everybody.
And that was the first best offensive series that the London Towers have had this half. Danny Lewis does what he does best, beats his man, attacks the basket, penetrates, dishes, and Robinson draws the foul, 2 free shots. Best offensive possession of the half so far, and because maybe the most intense offensive possession. I still think in the first few minutes, they walked out of the locker room and they looked like they're asleep.
Robinson gets them both. Down to a 10-point ball game, and the Towers put a little pressure on. Prelovic gets it out without any problem to Lassa, who goes back to Prelovic cross court. And they break that press without any trouble whatsoever.
Well, again, the Towers are so athletic and so big that generally when they push you to the side, they create some problems for you. But the weak side,
Sainsbury says, in your face.
Is there anybody else you want me to question today?
Me.
Mike, I'm having a lousy day up here. Victor Alexander struggled last night. He's been all world today. Ooh, a little bit of a confrontation here between the point guards from both sides.
Well, I'm not sure about that at all.
Well, I saw what had happened there. The point guard for Ike, Jose Lassa, had actually, he was hand checking Danny Lewis. Watch him here. You see him, he's holding him, and Danny throws the hand off. Now, that almost should be a double foul. One, no, you can't hand check, but you also can't throw it off. That probably would have been a good double foul. But I think Will probably said, well, I missed the first one, but now since I've seen the reaction, I'm going to make the call.
We'll go to the line. Oh, in fact, we may come in from the end line. Carl Brown coming back into the ball game. Foul number 2 on James Hamilton.
This is a good substitution, I think, at this point by Kevin. One thing that I know about KB, you know, he played a couple of years for me and was one of the best guards I've ever coached. He averaged about 26 points per game in our system, but what he brings to the court is intensity. And let's see if the Towers can step it up now with Carl Brown on the floor.
10-point ball game, 34 points to 44, 15:38 left to play. Oh, I didn't see the walk. I thought there might have been a carry of the ball, but we'll see. Lewis, cross court to Robinson, fakes the three, takes the two, doesn't get there.
What have we also seen the London Towers lack, Mike?
Going to the hole.
Offensive rebound.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, I've seen a lot of possessions by this team today that have been one shot and out of there.
Yeah.
Last night, I thought they did a great job in the first half against Red Star Belgrade.
Steal by Danny Lewis. Sainsburys after him. Oh! Whoa!
Hey, that was
I think that was on the way down between you and me and the gate post.
Goaltending.
I think so. But it was pretty. It was pretty.
Yo. You notice Will Jones after he blew the, after Sainsbury blocked the shot. Let's see if we get a replay. Here it is. Watch Will Jones if we can sort of catch him. He looks at Roger Harrison to see if Roger's going to make the call. Oh, definitely that ball's over the rim, on its way down. Should have been 2 points for Danny Lewis. But a great defensive play from Terrence Sainsbury.
Because the thing about it is, you lose nothing by touching that ball.
Absolutely. Danny Lewis is going to make the shot anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Foul is on Sainsbury. Yeah, you had your hand in his midriff.
The thing, Mike, I know you got to like this because you talk an awful lot. Here we get another look at Sainsbury fouling Carl Brown on the play. Yeah, no question about that. That's the one that they let Jose Lassa get away with that Danny Lewis wasn't too happy with.
34-44, Terrence Sainsbury now on his 4th personal foul, along with Lassa.
Well, last night, Sainsbury got himself in a bit of foul trouble. It seems he's still having trouble with fouls since he came to England. So I think that's something he's got to correct before they get into the height of the Greek basketball season.
Boy, look at that defense. Depish for 3, doesn't get there. Carl Brown chases it down. Brown, Robinson spots up on the right. He gets the ball. Neville Austin, Depish feeds Danny Lewis, and one.
Excellent ball movement that time by the London Towers. They chased down the missed three-pointer, swung the ball around the floor. Danny cut to the basket. Like I said, he's got an awful lot tonight in the paint posting up.
I think what happened there was that Mikael Larsson kind of gambled at which side Danny was going to go. He was wrong.
I think Danny out-quicked him on that. He was wrong and he was slow.
Danny gets the extra one. Nice three-point play. We're down to a 7-point ball game. And here's that pressure again. Let's see how they handle it this time.
22, the 2-2-1, three-quarter court, Kevin
so
Cato
far.
Price.
In trouble now. Gets it back. Brelovic brings it up. Oh, nice play. Nice play. Even under that pressure, they're able to get the ball into the hands of the big man on the right spot.
One thing you find with European teams, they just really don't buckle that much under pressure. If you watch European basketball, you very rarely see teams full court press because they know that the guards are so fundamentally sound and so tough mentally that they don't turn the ball over against pressure. Very rarely do you see high-scoring European games. Very rarely do you see full court pressure.
Gets the extra one, Victor Alexander, 16 points personal, 4 for 6 from the line tonight. Danny Lewis on the ball, 37-45, 8-point ball game.
Spread the floor here, and you can see Danny Lewis really trying to isolate himself, try to create something for one of his teammates. He kicks the call.
Robinson make that call. Brown puts it up under a whole lot of pressure. That was not what was planned on that offense.
Well, you just don't see a lot of offensive rebounding as well.
Doesn't get there. Rebound, Danny Lewis. Now Danny breaks out. Depish comes right, has the ball for 3, is off left. Rebound, Victor Alexander, big rebound.
Mike, one of the things that people out there ought to realize about offensive rebounding, there are really 2 factors. One, you got to have players that have athleticism and a nose for the ball. Towers have that. Number 2 is they have to anticipate the shot. You can see here, here's the rebounding stats, Mike. London Towers, only 6 offensive rebounds in the game.
Boy, not doing so well on the defensive ones either.
What they do last night, I mean, they were killing the boards in the first half offensive. I think it was maybe 12, 13 offensive boards in the first half against Red Star Belgrade.
Danny Lewis, we're back out to a 10-point lead. Carl Brown has the ball. Robinson spots up, being fronted by his defender. Good defense. Depish thought about the long three. Carl Brown steps in for the two. Oh! Boy. Mikael Larsson.
Vintage Carl Brown, Mike, vintage.
Shot clock was down to 1. Look at the shot clock, you'll see just for a second. There it is, 1 second left.
Carl is so good at penetrating deep down inside and drawing contact. And Carl is a strong player. People don't realize Carl spends almost every morning in a gymnasium somewhere working out. He's physically one of the strongest guards in British basketball and also one of the strongest, I think, in the European game.
Carl Brown yet to make anything from the field. Oh boy, in and out. He's missed them both.
It might be, you might want to take a look at the fact that Carl didn't start the game today. Ooh!
Nice roll to the basket. I have to say, I like the look of Prelevic. I really do.
No question, he's a sharp playmaker, sharp passer. He does a lot of things well on the floor.
Here he is. Look at this move. Gets bumped there, still manages to get the shot off. If Austin touched that, it would have been a goaltend.
He almost got the roll there, too.
Yeah.
Mike, I was just commenting on that drive before Prelevic made the drive and drew the foul. We haven't seen a lot of offense this weekend out of Carl Brown, but a lot of that might be, he's sort of still trying to feel out his role this season and what exactly Kevin expects from him and when he can perform his offense. So
foul situation. Athens in a little more trouble than the London Towers. Lasser has 4. Stansbury has 4. Both of them on the bench. Carl Brown with a nice crossover, kicks it back to Robinson for 3. Is no good. In and out. Oh, great outlet. Oh, doesn't get the dunk. Coach Billy Mims thought that was a goaltend. I don't know how it could be.
That ball was down in the hole, and Keith Robinson, I think, tapped the ball out of the ring. I'd love to see a replay of that last one. But I thought Michael Anderson dunked the ball.
Yeah.
And if the ball's down in the ring, you can't touch it. That's, again, ball's on its way down. Keith went up through the net. I felt sure that was a goal.
Oh, nice move. Oh, they say he walked.
Hey, you can't do that line dancing in London too often.
Boy, it looked pretty. I wasn't looking at his feet.
And we got no number.
And the new man is in the game, Andrew Brook. We're 6 for the London Towers. Depish comes out. There he is. Andrew Brook is a player that Kevin Cadle's brought into the organization to play specifically European games, I'm told. He won't be playing in the Budweiser League games.
Well, before he starts playing European games, they better get a number on his back, because that's an illegal jersey in European play. No number on the back, no name. Who is this guy?
Danny, the thing is, he only arrived a couple of days ago. Carl Brown has it. Shot clock down to 3, down to 2. He gets it off. Is no good. Ooh, boy, that looked painful. Up for no points. Neville is good.
Finally, we get an offensive rebound and a stick back. Couple of extra second effort shots there. Towers get an easy bucket.
39-49. London Towers keep on coming, but then AEK just pull it away again, keeping it at 10. Second chance points today. London Towers have 10 points from 8 rebounds. 6 points from 8 rebounds for Athens. Doesn't look too bad.
No. Second chance points. I mean, again, you've got to look at Athens as 6 points from 8 rebounds, but I don't think they've missed that many first shots, and they've also drawn a lot of fouls, so a lot of their misses have resulted in free throws.
Caldabella on the ball for AEK Athens. Carl Brown puts a little pressure on. Victor Alexander has the ball. Goes to work now. Gets a whistle on Robinson, I think, was it, or is it? No, it may be the man at the front on Brook.
What we're really seeing here, Mike, today is, as you can see, look at this. We've got 10 minutes left in this game, and this is a slow pace, 49-39, not a lot of scoring, European-type game.
Oh, man, Victor Alexander just turns around, puts the ball in the basket from about 12, 15 feet, turns to Kevin Cadle and said something that we didn't find out what it is.
Whatever it was, I don't think Kevin Cadle was quite happy about that.
Never lost. Austin down low. Austin doesn't get the buckets, and which way will we go? Black ball is the call.
Whatever Victor said when he ran by Kevin on that last shot there, Kevin didn't respond. So either Victor has learned to speak Greek or Kevin wasn't too happy with it.
Probably says, you want to sign me, coach?
Wait a minute. The money he's getting paid at AEK? I don't think so.
Perhaps he just wants to play in London. And a steal.
Perhaps he can.
And they have the numbers. They have the numbers. Nice lob pass. Larson didn't convert that last time. Foot on the line. Good spot by Mr. Harrison. Larson's got to be able to put those in the bucket when he gets as good a pass as that.
He took one too many dribbles, and as he spun trying to go back, he got those size 17s on the baseline there. Triple substitution by Coach Kevin Cadle. He's getting serious now. This, I think, was the 5 he started with. Carl Brown doesn't get the drop. Will go to the line for 2. 39 points to 51. James Hamilton is yet to score in this ball game. Now, this is the guy who was putting up 30s and 40s when playing at Worthing. Had 22 last night. Yeah, you also have to remember that this is a different style game than he ever saw last year while he played at Worthing. Much tougher, more experienced opposition out there that he's going against tonight, and certainly a total different style of basketball than he was allowed to play with the Worthing Bears.
Carl Brown gets them both. Krelevic feels the pressure. In trouble, gets it out, does well. And they give it up. And that will not be a save, and it's a yellow ball.
He's done a really nice job all weekend at the top of that press. So Budweiser League teams better beware. James Hamilton up there at the top. You try to throw the ball across the middle, those long arms are going to get it.
Kevin Cadle likes to put the big man at the top of the press because it makes it difficult for the guard to see above him.
Yeah, but most of the time he's got slow big men. Now he's got an athletic, quick one up there. That's twice as tough.
Goldabella on the ball. Felt the double team come. Great ball movement, wraparound pass. Now that's basketball.
That's beautiful. The backside there wide open, good penetration, draw the defense. They cut to the basket from the weak side, no help whatsoever from the Towers.
Gottfried on the ball, comes right to Robinson. Hamilton to Carl Brown. Danny Lewis, whoa, Danny Lewis threw an elbow there.
That's a good call, I believe, by Roger Harrison. We'll see it here. The defensive player there's really riding him, but, I mean, he's allowed to put that kind of pressure on Danny. He's not pushing, not using his hands, not reaching. That's just really solid pressure defense. Fundamentally sound defensive pressure from the guard from AEK.
Danny Lewis now on 3 fouls. Carl Brown trying to put some pressure on Krelevic. Comes back to the top. Good ball movement again. Fails to get any points. Carl Brown has the ball for the Towers. They trail by 12. Danny Lewis gets it to Hamilton. Hamilton goes to work, brings Danny Lewis back. Carl Brown calling for the ball out left. He gets the ball. Carl Brown tries to shake and bake. Hamilton has it for no points. Rebound AEK. And here they come again. Nice rebound by Kakiuzis. Goldabella on the pressure, brings it over the halfway line. Kakiuzis feeds it down low to Alexander. Alexander has Robinson, goes to work. Nice move. Nice move. Where is he, Robinson said.
Can you believe that the big guy is that quick, Mike? Woo! He spun, and that looked like an Eric Burke spin on the baseline.
Yeah. What I like about that is he starts off going to the right. Then, of course, Robinson doesn't know what's happening. Is he going to keep going to the right? Suddenly, he changes direction, makes the 360 spin, and, you just have to foul him.
The last time I saw something that big move that quickly, it was called a cyclone. And a lot of storm wind was behind it, That was a big, quick move.
There he is, gets the second. We're out to a 13-point ball game. Is it possible the London Towers in this excellent tournament are going to end up without a win? We'll have to see. 7 minutes 23 left to play in the game. And a steal. Will he go all the way? Prelevich. Was that a travel? A little, a little stutter step there.
Bunny hop, bunny hop.
He got away with it, but I think Kevin Cadle has seen enough. Here it is again. That's a steal, and Prelevich breaks out. There, that stutter step, he was close enough. Let's hear what Kevin Cadle's saying.
That is not all right. Now 15, that is not all right. Let's go, buddy.
Yo, you got James. I want to come, you got the ball, all right? You bringing it, all right? I want you to run. We bring somebody up, let's run pick and roll, you read the floor from there, all right? If you can turn the corner, turn. If not, we read it, all right? Come on, man, come on, fellas. God damn.
Let's go, guys, let's go.
Yo, 1, 2, 3, come on, man.
Let's take a look at some numbers right now. This is ugly for the second half for the London Towers. Shooting just 29% in the second half.
Well, not only the percentage is so poor, but you look at one thing, they've only attempted 7 shots. You got to get more shots. I mean, they've got to find some offense somewhere. 41 points in the second half of this basketball game is certainly, or 41 points on the night, certainly not enough offense to win basketball games on a regular basis. Carl Brown drives to the basket again. Vintage Carl Brown tries to draw the foul. This time doesn't get it. Nice play there. Good transition once again by Ike, and they've built a 17-point lead now on the London Towers. Martin Godfrey's in at the point guard position now, and I think what Kevin's trying to do is say, let's put the ball in someone else's hands.
Foul called on Prelevich, and that's on Carl Brown. Carl will go to the line for 2. 41 points to 58.
Missed you there for a moment there, Mike.
I missed me.
Little technical difficulties here. I certainly didn't want to carry this game on my own, Mike.
You could have handled it, Billy. Your opportunity to speak without interruption? Come on.
No, I get that every day in practice. Just ask my players.
17-point lead. Tell me about this London Towers. What is going on?
Well, in the second half, they've only scored 12 points. They had 29 points in the first half, and in about what we played almost 12 minutes here of the second half, a little bit more. I can't see the clock there quite that well. 6, 7, almost 14 minutes of the second half. 6 minutes left in the game, and they've only put 12 points on the board. We mentioned James Hamilton hasn't scored, but somebody's got to score for them.
In that time, as you saw on the stat, AEK Athens have scored 30 points since the halftime whistle. Carl Brown comes out, Berkovich goes back in. On the ball, Prelevich down low, loses it. Yeah. Less than 6 minutes left to play in the ball game. The third-fourth playoff for the Sainsbury Classic 1997.
Well, Mike, I think we do have to remember that it's awful tough for these guys to come back and really be motivated to play this game, this third and fourth place game. And so even though Kevin's trying to work on an awful lot of things and combinations and stuff, the main thing, the hardest part for a coach today is get these guys' intensity level up.
Nice drive, won't get the drop. Great drive by Godfrey, doesn't connect. But you know, a ball game is a ball game.
Well, not to a professional basketball player, Mike.
I got to disagree with you.
Well, I want to tell you what my guy said last week. You know, they went out and they laid it on the line the first night, much as London Towers did last night. They laid it on the line early in that game last night, and I think when they lost, they went home disappointed. It's our tournament. We're not in the final. Today's just another day.
Alexander down low. Nice kickback. Nice kickback. Boy, do they play good stuff.
Victor Alexander still talking to Kevin Cadle. I wish I had a microphone on Vic down there. Nice play, kicks it out, beautiful three-point shot. They are great executing offense today. I mean, nothing like they were last night, but they're executing today.
Victor Alexander already has a double-double, 21 points, has 11 defensive rebounds, 4 offensive, has turned it over a few times, 3 assists as well. Boy, what a night.
And I think I said he disappointed me last night.
Shot clock, that will not count, too late. Waved that away, coming into the ball game next time down, Roger Duhaney. First time we'll have seen him this weekend. Here he comes onto court now. Shot clock at this point is down to less than 1.
Well, I tell you what, though, Danny Lewis was deep on that play.
Yeah.
It's too bad it was late, because as deep as he was, nobody could have guarded him.
Roger Duhaney with his shirt out probably means business.
Well, I think that, again, is also illegal, but being 20 points down with 4 minutes to go, I think the referees have loosened up here a bit.
Coldebella has done a very good job handling the ball in the last few minutes for me. Goes left this time. Nice spin move. Gorgeous play off the glass. Doesn't come down. Roger Duhaney with a big defensive board. Berkovich has it. 4 minutes left to play in the ball game. Duhaney gives it up to Godfrey. Godfrey for the long 2 is short. Rivas pulls it in. Now Coldebella has it again.
Ramon Rivas back in the ball game now. Victor Alexander getting a well-deserved rest on the sideline there. But they don't lose much when they bring Ramon Rivas in. Once he gets accustomed to their system, he's going to be a great player for them.
Mikhail Larson, oh, what a wraparound pass. Took him on the arm. We will go to the line of Kakiuzis.
I'm not too sure about that foul. In European play, big men like Neville Austin, 6'11", see his hand straight up in the air there. I think a little bit of acting on the offensive player and not an awful lot of contact there. In European play, one of the things I tell you, players like Ian White and some of the other big English players that have gone abroad, I think they play better basketball in Europe because the referees are more used to refereeing with a lot of 7-footers on the floor. British basketball, Neville Austin's an oddity. You don't usually see that many 6'11", 7-foot tall players in the British game, and the referees tend not to let the 7-footer play like a true 7-footer.
Gets them both. 3 minutes 22 left to play in the game. London Towers down here by 22 points.
Same play with Danny Lewis here. Watch him again, slapping the arms off there. He doesn't like the pressure.
Too long on rebound. That will be a yellow ball.
I can tell you what Kevin Cato will not like about that offense. It was one-on-one, me basketball. All isolation. Danny Lewis took 12 dribbles and took a shot. No screens, no pass, no penetration, no kick, no teamwork.
AEK Athens done a tremendous job here. Great! Oh my goodness! What an offense!
I think Roger Duhaney's been sitting on the bench so long they caught him sleeping there. That's Roger Duhaney's man, and as you look, oh my God, by the time he realizes where his man is, it's 2 points for AEK.
The only thing that would have improved that is that he should have thrown it down. That's the only thing. Little criticism, should have thrown it down.
We're watching AEK, not the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, yeah.
That'd have been Jordan we might have got. Pippen we might have got, not AEK.
14 points without reply, AEK Athens. London Towers must be wondering, Rivas. Oh, a 3-second call.
With 2 minutes left to play in this game, the London Towers have scored 14 second-half points. Kevin's got to be wondering, where's my offense gone?
He's tried just about everything here tonight. Had all the different combinations on the floor. Neville Austin puts it up, doesn't get there. And here comes Coldebella with the outlet pass to Lassa.
I tell you one thing, I would not want to be these guys in practice this week. Kevin Cato, he showed a bit of disappointment in his postgame.
Oh my goodness, they are moving the ball so well. They had 2 options on that offense. Could have gone back to the middle to Rivas for the 2 there. They didn't, they went the other way.
I was just about to say, Kevin showed a bit of disappointment in his postgame last night. Certainly looks frustrated, disappointed, you know, wondering again, where have we gone wrong at this point? Again, I would not want to be the London Towers in practice this week. I know Kevin Cato, and he will get after them quickly rather than later.
But how could you have so many talented players and have only scored 43 points. Make that 45 points in 40 minutes of basketball.
A lot of reasons can affect that. I mean, one, they've got excellent competition on the floor. The style of the game has not been at the tempo that they wanted to play at. It's been all AEK. And again, like I said, the lack of intensity on their part. The fact that it's third and fourth place, it's not for the championship.
Papadopoulos down low. First time in the ball game. Oh, my goodness. Rivas was wide open in the paint. He didn't spot him. Took it on, will go to the line for two.
It's too bad because I wanted to see Ramon tomahawk that one. You know, as big as he is, if he dunks one, we might not have a second game today. He'd probably rock the house with it.
This is the first time this week we've seen Papadopoulos shoots 100% from the line, has 2 points, 1 minute, 11 seconds left to play in the ball game. Danny Lewis for three, short. And here comes AK again with the numbers, 4 on 2. Watch out. Oh, that's just too good.
The Greek side must be playing now with some different rules as well. Papadopoulos comes in the game wearing number 16. I thought that was an illegal number as well.
He just wants you to have something to talk about. Assists, 21-7. Boy, London Towers have got to get something going. Budweiser League just about 5 days away. Kevin Cadle will be hating this.
Well, at the end of the day, he's seen his club against great competition. And 5 days or 6 days from now, when they open up, they won't be playing AEK Athens. I think they'll be hungry and they'll be looking for a W.
But, you know, they'll be playing Crystal Palace this weekend.
And I would want to beat Crystal Palace when this team takes the floor.
But, you know, next week, you know, they've got the Sky game next Sunday when they play Chester. We'll see what Mike Burton's put together. But down the line, he's got to play Leicester, he's got to play Newcastle, he's got to play somebody called the Greater London Leopards. There's tough opposition in our league, and he must be thinking about that now.
Well, I think this weekend was about Europe more so than the Budweiser League, and I really believe that, you know, Kevin is so committed to this club's success in Europe. That's probably the main focus of his mind right now. How do I get this team ready for the European Cup? 1
second left to play in this game. London Towers will not even get to 50 points. There it is, 48 points to the London Towers, 71 points to AEK Athens, who win this third, fourth playoff. London Towers shooting horribly in the second half, took 15 shots. I think they made only 4. That is the man who was very active around the paint tonight. Victor Alexander says, I just heard him say to Coach Kevin Cadle, can Billy Mims commentate on me every week, please?
Thanks, Mike. I knew you were going to get that back in there one more time. He may not have convinced me last night, but tonight he did.
The final score, London Towers 48, AEK Athens 71.
Get yours working. Right, this is Mike Shaft's original microphone, the #1 mic.